Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
Yes, folks, now it's October, and of course we love muskie fishing in October, but where do we go? We go where the fish are biting, and we're back on Leech Lake. We were here 2 weeks ago, and it's been pretty consistent here, huh?
Yeah, overall now, what I heard the week prior is that the windows are real tight, and you know, you could say it's good and bad type of thing, but you really got to be on fish when the window opens, and it's like about 20 minutes and then it's over again. So we got to be ready. We don't want to be driving too far while the fish are biting.
Yes, folks, we have a special guest with us today. We have Mike Malo, who, by the way, was one of the top heavyweight contenders in the world out of Chicago, Illinois, and you're pretty famous down there in Chicago town. But Mike, a 17-year career, that's a long career for a heavyweight boxer, isn't it?
You know, heavyweights tend to go a little longer than the lighter weights, you know, so because of the less punishment and stuff, I guess, in a way, because they throw a lot more punches in the lighter weight classes.
And you're still intelligent, too. No concussions, buddy?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about fishing, though. I mean, you know, you were a great boxer, but you really got into muskie fishing.
I did, yeah. It really replaced the competition aspect from boxing to fishing. Just competing with the fish themselves, as we can see this weekend.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, let's take a look at a few of the clips of you boxing, man. You were a tough guy in the ring.
I came to get it.
Oh. Got one coming already there, Pete?
Yeah. Ooh, he's still down there.
Coming hard?
Well, he did.
Well, Mike, we've been fishing, what, 2-3 hours here and haven't...
It's been tough.
It has been tough.
It's been tough.
But, you know, the last couple weeks, this evening deal has supposedly been really, really good. So hang in there, right?
Oh, I'm in it to win it.
Well, folks, another hour gone by and no muskies, and Pete's got himself
a giant northern pike that swallowed a whale tail.
No,
My
I'll
God.
tell you what, we fished Leech for a long time over the years, and this lake is dead right now, Pete.
Yeah, it really is. Keeping in contact with another guy that's out here every day, and he's saying the same thing. It's really weird, pretty tough right now. I'm actually pondering possibly a lake switch.
Are you really?
Yeah, just in case. Sometimes why fight it? I don't know. I'm not sure yet, but they're definitely dead. You know, we're trying everything, which we should do. A little bit of sand, a little bit of rock, a little bit of weed, and sooner or later, fish should bite. We'll just have to see, but...
or we leave.
Or we leave. Sometimes, yeah.
Folks, I'll tell you what, AMSOIL is the sportsman's best friend. They've got a product to keep all your machines running well. Pete, my bow mount is sticky, it makes noise, and AMSOIL has a product to fix that.
Yeah, and you should have been using it. Silicone spray is recommended for the shaft and the belt on these trolling motors. You see this belt? This is what makes the motor travel up and down. So what you want to do is spray the whole shaft itself. Get a good coating on that. You want to spray the belt here on the backside as well. Once it dries, it lubricates, and it also protects the belt itself. It keeps it from cracking and drying out, and it also resists dust and dirt. One other thing, these locking pins recommend a little bit of AMSOIL synthetic water-resistant grease. Those are two things that are just going to make this motor work much more smoother and last a lot longer.
Again, it's called?
AMSOIL silicone spray.
Go to AMSOIL.com.
AMSOIL.com.
Meet Chris McGillis of McGillis Weimer, experienced personal injury lawyers.
John, you've gotten to know me. I mean, I'm a really passionate person. Everyone on my staff is, everyone on my team is. You know, we are passionate about what we do. Helping somebody out, protecting them, doing everything we can to help tell their story, to make sure they're treated fairly, with integrity and with respect, and get a fair resolution, whatever that is for the client. I mean, that's extremely important to us. That's really all that matters.
Folks, you can enter now to win a 2023 Kodiak 700 Special Edition from Yamaha. One lucky winner will begin a lifetime of outdoor memories on a Kodiak 700. There's nothing better than a Yamaha ATV to get you out of the bush or onto the ice. any adventure, any task, anytime. This ATV has a factory-installed winch and diff lock 4-wheel drive. Enter today by going to GillespieFishing.com and clicking on the Kodiak 700 Sweepstakes banner. Hey, what do we got here, Swede?
We got a fish, John.
Not a muskie, though, not a muskie. Let's see what we got. It's decent size, right?
No, I think it's a picaroonie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is.
That's not terrible. There he is.
Picaroonie.
Picaroonie.
A little excitement.
Well, I got to come down here with you, Swede, if you don't mind. There you go. Nice release here. Let me come down here with you, buddy. Hey, you want to mention, we switched lakes because Leech was terrible. We didn't see anything. But that's one thing about the Longville area. Even when it's too windy to fish Leech, there's a lot of options for muskies.
Longville's got all kinds of good muskie lakes and top end lakes. They're not. You've got a good chance to get just as big a fish there as you do on Leech.
Hey! We got a fish on. We got a muskie on. Finally got a muskie on. And who is it, Mr. Mena? Whoa! Oh, wow.
Had a muskie on.
No, that was a cool jump,
Oh
dude.
my God, yeah.
He just hit that.
Cast your crankbait.
Throwing a bucktail there, Pete?
I think we better keep fishing.
Whew. Been a long day, folks. It's the first fish we've seen in quite a while, isn't it? Folks, my buddy Rusty is a huge fan of Johnsonville summer sausage. What do you like about it?
You know, John, they use premium cuts of pork, they use secret spices, and they cook it and blend it into the sausage before they stuff it, and then they smoke it and cook it just to perfection.
The good news is, buddy, you don't have to take that with you. We now have Johnsonville summer sausage snack sticks. Oh, yeah, man. Hey, folks, these are awesome for the boat. They're awesome in your car. They're awesome anywhere.
And you know what, John? It's hunting season. You can put them in your hunting pack and take them with you in the deer stand.
All right, well, you taste one and tell me. Isn't that awesome?
Perfection. It's just excellent.
Yeah, I'll give you a bunch for your hunting trips.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Hey, folks, Johnsonville Summer Sausage Snack Sticks. Ask for them at your favorite retailer today. Well, my friend, day 3 of our muskie adventure up here in Longville, Minnesota. We're back on Leech Lake today, but you and I were talking. You've been muskie fishing Leech Lake for 40 years. You guided for 25 years for muskies out here. Is this the worst fishing you've ever seen?
I would say this is the toughest stretch I've ever had.
Really?
I think the fish are in a fall transition pattern or something because we just can't get something going. I mean, fishing can be tough, but you can always usually get something going. And it's just been basically blank.
Well, in your experiences, when they let loose, I mean, is it?
Oh, when they turn the feed bag on, we better be hanging on to our stick because it's going to get wild.
But honestly, this is the worst fishing you've seen.
I cannot remember any time in my guiding career that was this tough.
It's now time to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm, John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2022 Fishing Contest.
Wade Handelman of Colgate caught this 14-inch perch on Lake Winnebago on a redworm. Brian Wolf of Sheboygan Falls boated this 50-inch muskie on the Wisconsin River. He was using a Terminator. Corey Lynch of Cronenwetter caught this 41-inch salmon on Lake Michigan on a spoon. Eric Schrader of Cato, Wisconsin caught this 43-inch northern pike in Ontario. He was using deadbait. And this week's kids winners are Berkeley Rasmussen of Black Creek caught this 13-inch perch on Lake Winnebago on a nightcrawler. And Melanie Protzman of Sheboygan caught this 28-inch catfish on Lake Winnebago on a flicker shad.
Each week, I shop online at fleetfarm.com to check out the latest deals. This week, save 54% on the Heat Factory Large 24-hour warmer on sale 10 for $5. And save 30% on the Wildlife Research Center 1-ounce golden estrus with scent reflex technology on sale for $6.99.
Nice. Hey, we got one on up here. Mike's got one on. All right there, buddy. All right, buddy. Here he is over here.
Got a pike.
That's a northern pike, but a nice one. I tell you what, folks, this guy gets excited when he catches them. Let's see him. I'll bring him. Let's see how big he is. That's a nice fish, man. That's a real nice pike. All right.
Grab him around.
Turn around. TV's over here, Mike. There you go.
There you go.
Now look at the build on that. That's a nice pike.
Yeah.
You do get excited.
Yeah, it's just disappointing. We've been out here for quite a while, a couple of days, and it's the curse of the pike, right?
Hey, at least you caught some northern pike. I didn't catch a single fish.
Yeah, I got a couple. It was pretty disappointing. I thought the one was a muskie for sure. It was the biggest one that I caught, and it has a little bit of weight to it, but no.
It was tough, and I'll tell you what, if I tell you we're coming up to Longville, Minnesota to fish with Pete and Rusty, I'm going to tell you before we go, hey, you're going to have some muskie action.
Oh, yeah, my expectations were high, that's for sure.
Well, we had a lot of fun, buddy. And,
we did. It was
and
great.
I'm going to talk to Pete here after the commercial break, and we're going to talk a little bit about how difficult muskie fishing can be. And you've been doing it a lot of years. It can be a lot of grind.
Oh yeah, definitely a grind. Definitely a grind. You just got to put your all into it and just hope for the best, really, you know.
Well, at least you didn't go back and beat him up.
Right.
You know, folks, I've been doing muskie shows with Pete Mena for 31 years now and Rusty for 25. And they aren't all easy shows. I mean, we've fished the last 2.5 days and really have had one muskie bite in that whole period of time. And Pete, I think that folks should see the show like they saw today, that this could be tough to film a muskie show, right?
Yeah, this was a real brutal one. We've done a lot of these over the years, and we've had some where we pulled them out by the skin of our teeth, but this one is one of the toughest I can ever remember. And it does happen, you know, maybe a couple lucky breaks if we catch 2 at the most. That's literally the opportunities that we've had. We've been running live bait. We've had fish come up looking at the live bait and not biting it. They're just really off.
And you know, you can't feel that bad. I can't feel that bad. Rusty can't feel that bad because, and Mike too. But you think about the fact that, you know, your buddy was out here who had the live stuff and was looking for fish on the live
the forward-facing sonar, yeah.
And, you know, he was seeing fish and couldn't get them to bite, couldn't get them to move, period.
That's what's amazing with the technology these days. In talking with him, he's unbelievable with the electronics. I mean, he can track side imaging, but he's also got the forward-facing sonar as well. And last night he said he literally picked up several pods of fish that he could see laying tight to the bottom and literally threw the tackle box on them, you know, put it in anchor and just was trying different baits, couldn't even get them to move. So obviously they're there, but they're not real active when that's going on.
Well, after 40 some years of muskie fishing, this is one of the toughest stretches you've seen.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But it happens, you know. It's not as much fun, but it's reality, right?
What do the young guys call it now?
A grind.
Well, it was a grind, buddy.
A grinder,
well,
yes.
Hey, thank you. We had, you know, it's always fun to fish with all of us together, and disappointing, but obviously, you know, the rest of October and even into November, this Leech Lake in this area can be awesome.
Oh yeah, well that's for sure. I think you're kind of in that turnover funk, even though Leech Lake technically doesn't even really stratify, but we're right in that temperature range, and then we got the warm up, you know. I think that's mainly it, but I've not seen it this tough. It was weird for having clouds a lot of the time too, which we prefer. Is still tough.
And we tried all this, you know, we tried different stuff than we normally do too, right?
Oh yeah, everything. You know, this time of the year on these bodies of water, you're trying sand, rocks, and weeds mainly, but all different depths. We even, you know, threw some deeper rocks than we normally would. We literally tried everything we could try.
You know, folks, a lot of people ask me what happens when you don't catch enough fish for a show. What we do is go fishing the next day. So we're going to head up to Stevens Point and fish the Wisconsin River to finish this show. We were fishing Leech Lake in Longville, Minnesota, an 8.5-hour drive from Milwaukee, 9.5 hours from Chicago, and 3 hours from Minneapolis. You know, folks, all the guides I work with take great pride in keeping their boats clean. And I saw before you dumped all those walleyes in the bottom of the boat to make sure that we had the right count of fish. But you've got a Johnson pump washdown kit.
Absolutely, the best on the market, the most powerful. I couldn't be more happy with it.
Well, go to town here because you got blood and guts all over the bottom of your boat. But this is a fantastic tool to have along with you, folks. Again, the highest PSI in the industry. Not only works on small boats like this, but a lot of guys who have pontoon boats and keep their boats parked along the piers get a lot of bird poop and whatnot. And this really does the job, doesn't it, Jeremiah?
Works absolutely amazing. I wouldn't be without it in another boat, that's for sure.
And I always get in this boat and it's sparkling clean. I'm proud of you, buddy. Johnson Pump Washdown Kit.
Yeah, John, you can learn all about it at johnsonpumpmarine.com.
What's the difference between a good net and a great net? Simple. It's all in the features. Fortis nets by Clam Outdoors are tough, safe on fish, easy to use, and a telescoping handle. Learn more about Fortis nets at clamoutdoors.com.
The best anglers know that there's always more out there. So they're always looking for an edge. And when they hook up with us, they find it. The most advanced motors, shallow water anchors, and more. Now even more powerful and capable when you connect them with your Humminbird. When you fish with us, you fish for more.
Yes, folks, today we're up in Stevens Point, Wisconsin on the Stevens Point flowage, which is also part of the Wisconsin River. And Blake, before I talk to Captain Matt here, I want to mention last week on the Mississippi River, 70 degrees. Tell the folks what we have today.
40 degrees, so quite a difference, but that's this time of year.
Yep, 40 degrees, and we got a little bit of drizzle coming. May have some snow flurries coming today, too, so it's a little bit different. But, Matt, welcome to the show, buddy.
Yeah,
One thing I want to talk about is you guide out of this pontoon boat on the Wisconsin River, and it's really a great platform, isn't it?
I love it, yeah. I can do a lot of different things with it all on the same day. I keep everything in here. We can do from trolling for muskies to fishing for bluegills, whatever you want.
Well, let's talk about the fishing. I think that this is a very underutilized fishery here in the state of Wisconsin. You got quite a variety that we can do in one day.
Absolutely, yeah. The Wisconsin River is a fish factory. It does receive a fair amount of pressure, but there are a lot of different fish and a lot of them in this system. So we're gonna have fun today.
Boy, what was it, about your third cast of the day there, man?
Yep.
Oh, let's see. Here he is. We got ourselves a
nice little walleye.
But when you're up here, you turn around to the camera there, Matt, but you get a lot of numbers too, right?
Yeah. It's half the fun is just bending the rod, you know. I really enjoy catching fish. I really enjoy catching walleyes, and there's a lot of them this size here.
You got this down, man. You really do. And you never know what species you're going to catch either, do you?
No, we're working on the walleyes now.
This a decent walleye?
Might need the net for this one, which is kind of buried. Here we go.
There you go. That's a nice walleye, man.
Yeah.
That really is, buddy.
That's a good legal one for here.
And you were telling me that, we're in later October now, but the fall bite, the shiner minnows all ball up or something or get together, and that's what brings the walleyes upriver?
They're up shallow, and during the day they'll kind of push them towards shore, and they're just sitting underneath them, licking them up. So
how's the taste of the walleyes?
Oh, they're delicious.
Are they really?
They're fantastic.
Yeah, hold that out.
They don't like to keep too many of them. I like to just, I found out that fish tastes a lot better fresh. I don't like it frozen, so just a couple, and they're quite delicious.
Well, nice fish right there, buddy. Now you're casting out in the middle of the river.
We like to go all over the place here.
No, that is interesting. Blake, we're going to need a net here, I think.
Whoa, I don't know what we
got here, buddy.
I don't know what we got here, but there are pretty big head shakes there, if you can see that.
Could it be a muskie?
It's maybe.
Ooh, here, okay. Okay, Blake, you got the net
big
there?
catfish.
Big catty.
Holy cow.
Okay, Blake, you're going to be tough on that net there. Oh, is that a big channel?
Yep.
Oh,
all right.
Nice job there, Blake. Good job on the net ski there, Blake.
That's a heavy fish.
Yeah, we'll go.
That's a heavy one.
And that was on this tickle tail, paddle tail, folks.
He catches everything. everything.
It really does.
But that's a beautiful cat. And
I can't get my hand around.
look at how he ate that. That he just ate that.
Trying to hold him up here.
Yeah. Now that's a channel, not a
Yeah,
flathead.
channel cat.
But that is a big channel, right?
Holy
That's pretty good.
moly.
Yeah.
And you actually told me in the beginning of the day we might target those a little bit later.
We're gonna
on.
go try to get some in a little bit, but I guess this one came early. So.
Now, I've eaten flatheads before. Do you know anything about the channels?
I've eaten smaller ones,
Yeah.
not quite this size. The smaller ones are delicious.
Are they really?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice white firm meat,
Yeah,
right?
yep.
That,
Real good
that
meat.
was fun, man.
It was
I
a
didn't
good
know
fight.
what you had on there.
I knew it was big head shakes. That's all I knew had happened.
Nice job.
Thanks.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. Check out this deal. Save 23% on either the Big & J 5-pound to die for or the legit True Mineral Long Range Attractant on sale for $9.99.
That was cool catching those walleyes in a hurry. We only did it a half hour, but the catfish was really cool. So we're going to kind of switch gears here. We'll move to another spot. Now Blake and I can cast for the walleyes, and you're going to catfish.
Well, we're gonna try, yeah. Yep, so we're in a little shallow flat here. Crawler and a circle hook, eagle claw circle hook. I like having circle hooks because they don't gut hook it. So.
Yeah. What do you like about the eagle claw?
They stand up well, and it's a perfect inline circle hook. That's the main thing I like about it. You don't want an offset circle hook. When you get circle hooks, you want them inline so that they hook them in the corner of the mouth.
I want one of those big catfish.
Well, I think we can get them. Pull the rod up and just crank the handle. Just crank.
Got it.
What do you got there, Blake? A catfish. Blake, I think she's got a catfish on, Matt.
Awesome.
Does it feel big, Blake?
Yeah, it does.
All right, come on. Let's. I heard her scream there. I got a bite. I think I got a bite.
I've been watching this rod like a hawk.
All right, let's see. Ooh, that's got some weight to it there, Blake. What do we do here, Captain Matt?
Keep your rod tip out. Try to keep it at a 90-degree angle.
Okay, aren't you glad you got your ice armor on today?
Yes, thank goodness Ryan brought one for me to wear.
Oh,
What do you got there, big old cat?
All right, Blake. Looks like a
some
big
weight.
fish. Whoa, look at that rod going. You think this is a big old cat here, Matt?
Well, I don't know. If it is, it's a huge one.
Okay. Whoa. All right, Blake. Hey, it brings you back to your muskie days.
Yeah, that's very true.
All right, just keep pressure on it. What do you do here, man?
You just keep pressure on it. I don't even know what we have yet here.
And those eagle claw circle hooks, all you got to do is do a sweep hook set.
No hook set. Yep. Just reel. Pick
Okay.
it up and reel.
Okay, Blake. Okay.
He's staying down pretty good,
Whoa. We actually turned the camera off for a second there. Now on these, that's a sturgeon. It's
Holy
a
cow.
sturgeon. It's a sturgeon. Oh my gosh.
Easy,
Okay,
easy.
Blake. Okay, Blake. Okay. Ooh, you had him there for a second. It's a sturgeon, Blake.
You gotta be careful. You don't. Oh my
Here we go. Here we go. Head towards me if you can. I know it's hard. No, not yet.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. Come on. Come on, Blake.
Head
Get that
in. Head it.
sturgeon.
Lift them up.
One more, Blake.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Nicely done.
You get the next one.
You know, we used to fish for sturgeon a lot further downriver in the dells.
Yeah.
And is that an uncommon sight when you're catfishing?
It's not up here anymore. No, there's quite a few of them in this system, but they're pretty rare, honestly. So.
Are they really?
Yeah, it's
what did
cool
you,
to catch one.
Now that's how a sturgeon fights.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it did bring me back to the musky days.
Dig and dig and dig.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna hold this up, and can you show the folks what kind of mouth they have?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yep, we'll get it unhooked here and take a pic.
Now you're doing a favor for the DNR because you guide out here and you're out here all the time. If you happen upon a sturgeon, what do they want you to do?
A lot of these fish have what's called a pit tag in them when they stock them. So it's a little a chip that you can read with a scanner if you have a scanner in your boat.
Right.
So I just try to take a little bit of measurements. If they have one in it, I record it and then tell the DNR what we caught and how big it was.
How do you scan it?
Well, you just hold the button down here, you hit read,
Okay.
and this one is not tagged.
It's not tagged.
Yep.
Oh, cool. And you do that for the DNR, huh?
Yep, all the time. Muskies and sturgeon.
Now, Look at that, where he was hooked right there. That eagle claw hook right in the corner of his mouth.
Right where it's supposed to be.
Now, this is interesting for folks that haven't seen this before. Show them what kind of mouth they have. That's kind of neat.
It's just like a suction, like a vacuum cleaner.
Okay, so yeah, hold that out. That's amazing. And so they just go along the bottom, and they'll eat live stuff
Absolutely,
too, right?
Yep, they eat everything.
I'll hold them up. Blake, go back there. Come on, you guys can hold that up together. I mean, boy,
That was
is
a
that
hard
neat.
fight. That was awesome, though.
And Matt, this is part of the mystique of this river is when you
never
don't know what you're going to catch.
You
do
never know. Could be something different every single time.
And those are tough fish, folks. You can keep out of the
Absolutely.
water a while and do that scan and everything.
Yeah, it's a dinosaur.
Nicely done, buddy. How old do you think that fish is?
This fish is probably 12 years old, 13
12?
years old, yeah.
And they don't reach sexual maturity until they're about 18.
Correct.
Yeah.
From my knowledge of them, yes.
Yeah. Nicely done, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I got a fish, buddy. Feels bigger than that last one I caught. What do we got here?
There we go.
There we go. Bigger than I don't think
You
we'll
got a
need a net for
flipperooski?
this guy. Now that is about a 12, 13 incher. But I'll tell you what, folks. You get a day like today when the temperature's dropping, you're just happy to get any kind of a bite. And you can tell how cold it is because that fish actually is warming my hands up. But I want to talk a little bit about these tickle tails. And I love this Pendu jig here, how it goes up and down like that. But Matt, on these tickle tails, these things give it a little different vibration when it falls, and of course the paddle tail is like that. But you're doing a much different retrieve than I have done in the past. And well, why don't you show the folks what you're doing?
Yeah, we're not snapping it quite as hard right now. I mean, the temperatures are falling, so we're trying to move it a little bit slower. You still want that reaction bite, but you don't want to be snapping it so hard. So we're just kind of pulling it up and then keeping a tight line as it falls slowly down. And that's where those appendages really come in. It floats nice and slow down, and then just smack it right before it hits the bottom.
Wait, you got another species there, Blake. Yay! So what have we caught today, Blake?
Well, we have caught walleye,
Yeah.
a bass,
Yeah.
what else?
Catfish.
A catfish,
A sturgeon.
a sturgeon,
And that's all.
a perchie.
Wisconsin woods and waters we all own. The skies appear, shine on and on. The waters and the woods, John.
On that 2-inch hyper hammer, look at that. This bait has 3 super unique features. The built-in glass rattle. It's a play off the Google Eye jig series that's been phenomenal for open water walleyes, incorporating it now in a jigging minnow for ice fishing and open water. The brass slider, which is the hammer in the middle that slides back and forth, so you have a glass rattle and a hammer pin going back and forth, making 2 different types of unique noises. And then the third feature, which is the most unique, is a soft tail that rotates up and down to give it 2 different types of actions. And again, you can change out that tail to a whole bunch of different colors.
Well, Matt, it was a tough day fishing, but we had a lot of fun. It was cool to be on the pontoon boat, and you're guiding now, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for a fun day. We tried our best.
It was cold, and we caught a few fish, but yeah, it was a tough day. So we did have fun.
Yes, we did. And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish yet, but we'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm Blake Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.